you gotta love all these great artists that are coming on board and doing some fun things. And I gotta say, we've got another great one on today. We're gonna be chatting a little bit about his CD. I've got a couple of them we can give away. Finding out what this guy is all about, hailing from Canada, Mr. Billy Grima. Billy, are you there?
Yes, I am. How you doing?
Ah, yay! We got a connection. I'm so excited.
That's it.
Are you there?
I'm here.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, good. Don't go anywhere. So, Billy, you are a singer and songwriter, and you are hailing from Ontario, Canada, doing some music, doing some great things with CDs. You've been working with some really impressive people. But let's tell my listening audience a little bit about where you come from, how you got started in this, and what we'll work up to your CD and get to that in just a minute. But tell us a little bit of history, Billy. How did you get on this journey of being a singer and songwriter?
Born in Australia, and just not too far from Sydney. At the age of 8, I was singing in a choir. And I really liked singing. I sang in a choir of about 40 kids, and I was always singing solo. And I knew right there and then that's what I wanted to do since that age. I've always had bands. I was always trying to write something. And then when I moved to Canada when I was 15 from Australia. Got myself a band and just kept writing. And here I am today. I got 3 albums. My first one is called I'm Just Standing. The second one's called A Little Piece of Heaven. And now with this last one, we just called it Sugar and Cream. And I love to write.
Did you write all the songs on the CD, Billy?
Yes, I have. Yes, I did.
Awesome.
Yes. Music, and I got a great team with me that, my engineer, my producer, is Peter Swan. Mm-hmm. So we click very well together.
This is awesome. And now, when are you out and about? Are you doing some touring, Billy?
Yes, actually, the band's getting ready to. But we're doing some local gigs right now. I do two kinds of gigs. One would be like an acoustic, so it's more intimate. And then we have the concert band, which we do, a lot of venues and bars and whatnot, and festivals, outdoor festivals. But the plan is to get ready to head down to the States for a while.
Nice.
Maybe in September sometime. Yeah, maybe a bit later.
What states are you thinking of hitting, Billy?
Well, the funny thing is that we're trying to do a lot of radio stations, but, we've been getting offers to play in a lot of festivals. So I know that I'm going to be heading down to Nashville in September, because we got nominated for 2 awards.
Okay.
So that I'm looking forward to. And we're just planning it right now. It's I just can't wait to get out there. I really can't wait.
Yeah. What awards did you get nominated for, Billy? What give us a little information about that.
Male Vocalist of the Year.
Nice.
And thank you. And the other one is Song of the Year, which is the song "Pleasure to Have Met You."
Now that's off your new CD.
Yes.
And I think maybe that might be a good song. I like to feature a couple of songs when I'm talking to the artist, so my listening audience can have an idea of what your music is all about. Is that one of the songs that you would like to feature during the interview, Billy?
Yeah, sure. It seems to be doing really well. So I think that was my first release. So I think that's what Michael Stover was pushing. And I mean, I like them all. It's funny. Calendar Girl's another one. Sugar and Cream is another one. So if it's not one thing, it's another.
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about Pleasure to Have Met You, and we'll get it out there for our listening audience to listen to.
All right. So Pleasure to Have Met You is a song about having that someone in your life, that very special someone. And I would call it your soulmate. You could be driving and you'd be thinking about that person, and you can't wait to hear about that person or hear from that person.
Right.
It's that one person that you just look forward to that call every day.
Uh-huh. Awesome. Well, listen, we're gonna put that out there. Can you hold on for just a little bit, Billy?
Sure.
All right. This is we're talking to Billy Grima, hailing from Canada, originally from Australia. He's got a couple of CDs out, but his latest is a little something called Sugar and Cream. I've got a couple of them that we're going to work on giving away a little bit later in the show. But Billy, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about the album. Maybe feature another tune and let people know a little bit more about how to get in touch with you and things like that. Now, Billy's got some accolades already to his belt. 2013-2014 CMG Artist Manager of the your manager has got some accolades underneath his belt, and he's doing some wonderful things for you, getting you out there, Male Vocalist of the Year, Song of the Year, and getting some recognition that way as well. But Billy, why don't you go ahead and introduce your song, and we're going to play it for our listening audience. There's a little tune for you from Mr. Billy Grima off of his brand new CD, a little something called Sugar and Cream, and that was such a great toe tapper, Billy. I really like it, and I can see why they want to get that one out there. I think it's a good one that people can, kind of get into the swing of it, listen to the words, sing along. Do you find that people are recognizing with some of your music?
Yes, Casey, yes, they are. It's been getting a lot of good feedback. Actually, I'm really I'm very, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm very happy, put it that way. It's been getting people calling me and sending me messages and whatnot, telling me that's really touching their, that they can feel the song, which is really cool.
Right. Now, when you're writing these songs, is most of the music that you've produced out there all stuff that you've written, or have you covered some others? Do you have an inspiration of somebody that that really kind of sets the bar for you?
I would love to do I've written all my stuff, but if I had to do a cover, I think I would love to do something like Lean on Me.
That's a good song.
I love it, but there's so much out there, right? I mean, there's so much talent out there. I like listening to like Tim McGraw, Billy Joel. There's so many, Sarah McLachlan, Jason Mraz. There's so many artists out there. It's unbelievable, the talent.
What when you got started, kind of singing a little bit at a young age and got to where you are now, tell us what you think the biggest challenge has been for Billy Grima to get there. And, now you've got this great album out. You're coming to the United States. You're going to be doing some performing. You're winning awards. But what was the toughest part along the journey, Billy?
I think the toughest journey would be there are times where there's always walls coming up and little obstacles coming up. And I think the idea is to believe in yourself, first of all.
Okay.
That is key for any I think young writers or whatnot. It's a matter of not giving up. And the more you write, the better you get. And you can't please everybody.
Right.
So I go out if you have determination and you believe in yourself. I think that's key. That is absolute key.
And that would be like advice if you were sitting in front of a group of people who were maybe trying to get those first steps in. No matter what, no matter all the no's and everything like that, they got to be true to themselves and really fight for what they want and believe in themselves. That doubt will kill you. That doubt will knock you out of the park, huh?
Absolutely. That's what I believe. There's always competition, and there's always you take advice. You got to take advice, and there's nothing wrong with learning as much as you can while you're out there. So it's not an easy road to take. Put it that way. It's there's so many people that love to write. So you just got to do what you believe in, and that's it.
And speaking of writing and doing what you love, you've written every song on this Sugar and Cream album, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
One of the other songs that are on here is a little something called Calendar Girl, and I think it would be a good tune also to feature. You want to give us a little background on that song, Billy?
Well, Calendar Girl is, I just happened to be at my at a buddy's party, and we were having a bonfire, and this girl walked by, and I thought she worked at a pub that I used to visit at times. And so I said, "You worked at so-and-so pub, right? And she says, no, you have the wrong person. But she was smiling and she walked away. And just out of nowhere, I said, I know where I know you're from. And she turned around with this big smile on her face, and I said, you're on my calendar.
Wow.
That's how Calendar Girl came about. I had a melody in my head, but I could not come up with words, so kept that title in my head, and me and my buddy went fishing up north for a few days, and while we were fishing, I was sitting there writing my song on the dock. It was really cool.
Nice. Well, we're gonna play that song too off this album again to give some people a listening ear to your style of writing and your style of music. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna be back with more with Billy Grima in just a minute. More about his album and find out how you can follow Billy and get a little bit close and personal to the guy. Coming up in just a minute. Don't go anywhere. More wall-to-wall country to come. And back there, we heard a little something from Billy Grima, who's also got some awards possibly under his belt coming up in September, as he will be attending the national event at the Springs at the Grand Ole Opry Resort on September 27th. If you want to go down and check it all out, him and a bunch of other people got some great nominations for Male Artist of the Year and Song of the Year. We've got Billy on the line. Congratulations, Billy. That must have been quite an achievement and quite a surprise to have that happening. And now you're going to go to Nashville. That must be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great feeling. It's an absolutely great feeling, especially when you got people listening to your music and actually they can believe in what you do, and they can relate to what you write, which is really cool. It's a great feeling.
Yeah, and I think it's important, that, and I think country music does that overall. And I'm not saying anything about any other genre because I'm sure it does as well. I'm just kind of a country girl. I don't really listen to a lot of other stuff, but country just has one of those things that really tells stories. People get drawn into the story, and a lot of times if they know the background of a song too, it really makes it even that much better. Do you tell your stories of why you wrote certain songs, like maybe in your shows or anything? Do you ever find that people want to know the background to a particular song, Billy?
Yeah, definitely. I find it when I write, because people even ask me, what genre is it? I think, like for example, I think country is it's gone so wide now that I think when it comes to the stories I write about, a lot of them are personal.
Mm-hmm.
But I like to give you an example of my songs. I classify them as country, with a bit of flavor of maybe a bit of Motown and a bit of rock.
Yeah.
But it just wants to be different and unique, I thought. And this is what I like to write. It's all about what I feel and how I feel. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's fun, and I mean, there's a comment here that's writing a hook or humming a melody is like medicine. That's something that they quoted you on saying, and I think that's a great analogy for that. When you're humming a song or you got a song in your head or whatever, it's something that really could change your mood. It could change your day. It could change something you're thinking about because you're able to relate to what somebody else wrote and go, oh, you know what, maybe I'm not alone in this, or wow, that's an answer to a question I've had. Wow, I should do that. And I think that's one of the biggest things that music does is when people can really, really relate to it, relate to a story, relate to a line. It gets in their head, and it's truly some of the best. I mean, they say, animals and medicine are the two best medicines out there, or animals and music is the two best medicines out there when people really need a little help. And it's not a drug, and it's not an injection, and it's not a doctor. Sometimes animals can really help you, and music is another one of those things. And I think that's really cool that you really write from the heart, and you write a lot of your own music, Billy.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. It's funny you said it because I'm not into much taking medicine, except for when I have a headache or something. I just sit down by the piano, and I love peace and quiet. I live in a country. I live on a farm, and if you watch the video for Pleasure to Have Met You, you'll see my dog there.
It's on your. Is that the dog on the CD cover?
Yeah. She won't leave me alone. She's like my shadow, constantly with me wherever I go. So, every day we sit on the porch, I grab my guitar, and we'll just sit there. She'll just, like I said, I actually, if you watch the video, A Pleasure to Have Met You, that was not planned with the dog being in the video. She just sat there, and when we finished playing, she got up and came next to me. It was really cool. But
nice.
Just keep her. It's fine. She's part of my life, and it's all good. So,
And that's cool. And people can find more about you. Let's touch base on that a little bit. I know they can find you at your website at Billy Grima. Now, I want to make sure people understand how to spell your last name, Grima, even though you pronounce it kind of with two E's. It's Grima, BillyGrima.com. You're also on the social medias like Facebook and Twitter and those sorts of things, Billy?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, and iTunes.
Okay.
And also if you want to check out my work on YouTube, it's something else that you can look at and learn more about what we're writing. Yeah.
Right.
So a lot of the stuff is very personal. Like I said, I mean, people ask me what's my favorite song. I would probably have to say it's probably "You Mean the World to Me." It's about my kids. I got my daughter singing on the video with me actually. But it's all good. You do it because you love it.
Right.
That's number one. Yeah.
And are you the guy who manages your own social media, Billy? If people are trying to ask you a question or touch base with you when it comes to the social medias, are you the guy or somebody else helping you out with that?
Yeah, most of the time. But I'll be honest with you, I'm crappy when it comes to computers. So I'm learning a lot. But I do have a few friends, that I can call, and I can have my friend Penn. She's right there when I need something. She's right there because she knows her stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I like I said, my band, they're very good at this stuff. But I'm not a computer person. I'm more into give me a guitar and a piano, and I'm going to write a song for you, and let's work it out. It's Michael Stover's been amazing, and he's done a lot of my legwork for me. I couldn't be here right now if it wasn't for guys like him.
Right.
And of course, and people like you, Casey, promoting my music and sharing my music to the world. It's
nice.
It's a great. I can't thank you enough.
Oh, well, you're quite welcome. And Mike's been good to me over the years, and he's always sending me talent that I love playing on the show, and every single one of them has just been humbled and amazing, and their music is great, and we appreciate you sending us some DCDs. So for my listening audience, I'm going to have a couple of these that we'll be giving away, so people up here can share your music with friends. Sugar and Cream is the CD itself. Now, Billy, at the end of the show today, I like to play just one more tune from my featured artist off this album. And, kind of remind everybody this whole show re-airs on a Sunday morning. I like to remind people if you missed any of it, you can catch it again on Sunday. Which song would you like me to close out the show to remind people a little bit about who you are and to listen in on the show on Sunday? And if it is Sunday, that, to track you down via your Facebook page or your website and follow you and friend you and find out what you're doing. And when you come to the States, maybe catch a show. What song do you want to feature, Billy?
I'm going to say Sugar and Cream.
Okay, the title track.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if when I come down to the States, I would love to come in there and do an acoustic thing with you there.
Well, that would be awesome. And, it's ironic that you say that because I always, somewhere along the line, I throw that out to all my artists. If you happen to be in Pennsylvania, on the east side of the state, anywhere that you can manage to get here, we always have our doors open for all my artists. You're more than welcome to stop in and chat a little bit and play a little something for us acoustically. Billy, we'd love to have you. So, just keep nudging Michael to get some of you guys in my direction. I'd love to have you.
I would love to head and come out and check you out. Check out the show.
What? Wait, what?
It's a hook for my new song.
There you go. Check you out.
Live on the air. No, it's been great, Casey. And you know what? I like I said, I'll love to come out and do something there. It'd be great. It'd be awesome. Yes.
Well, that would be awesome, and I don't want to tie you up too much longer. You've been very, very wonderful, and, just a recap, it's Billy Grima, BillyGrima.com. Find him on Facebook and Twitter and on his YouTube channel. Check out his music. Check out his videos. He's got some fun things going on there. Got a brand new album out, Sugar and Cream. Going to be heading down to Nashville and touring some of the states here in the United States. And and just got some awards. I wish you the best down in Nashville, that you get to walk away with one of those and have a little notch in your belt. But anytime, Billy, you feel like you have something new you want to share, can you give us a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge of what's in the near future for Billy Grima that we can kind of tell our listening audience about?
Well, I'm working on my new album, my fourth album at the same time, but I'm just trying to do the college tour now, the acoustic thing. And I'm at the same time just basically gigging, and I want to do a few more videos. Actually, we're trying to work on the Sugar and Cream video. I have 6 videos on my belt right now, but we got 4 more to do, and by that time we'll also have half of my fourth album done. That's the plan anyway.
All right. Well, stay in touch, my friend, and make sure you let us know if you happen to be in the area, or you know how to reach me now. You got my phone number. You say, hey, I'd like to get back on the show. We want to talk about this new album or whatever. And we'd always love to have you. So safe travels, my friend, coming down here. Good luck with everything that you have going on. And I really, truly hope to hear from you soon.
Thank you, Casey. You're awesome.
All right. Well, take care, sir, and enjoy the rest of your day now.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Bye-bye.